You don't need to be confused on where to live in Boston. Check out this video and we'll show you where to go. Hey everyone, Matt Swerk. I'm a local real estate expert right here in Massachusetts with the Legacy Star team powered by Keller Williams Realty. Welcome to the channel. If this is the first time you come here, we talk everything about Massachusetts, so you definitely want to click the subscribe button, click that little bell so every time we make a new video, you're going to get notified. Now, we have lots of people that are reaching out to us. We talk everything about Massachusetts, eating, sleeping, drinking, playing, and some of the best places to live. And remember, you have questions, we have answers. All you got to do, send us an email, send us a text, make a phone call, however you want to reach out. We'll get back to you. When it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back. All right, so today I'm feeling a little bit of a Benedict Arnold, right? We're talking about some of I don't know what we're talking about today. No, I'm kidding. We're talking about some really cool areas to live in Massachusetts, right? The reason why it's pulling in my core is we're talking about the north side of the city. I'm a South Shore guy, right? And there's we don't throw rocks at each other, right? But there is kind of this distinct North versus South Shore. What are some of the differences? Of course, we think the South Shore is the best. Of course, the North Shore thinks they're the best. But there's a lot of great things as far as the North Shore of Boston. And so we're going to talk a little bit about them. So my peeps from the South Shore, give me some grace, give me some love. We love the whole state. We don't have to be territorial. Okay, so let's talk what everyone loves about here in Massachusetts. I'm not talking taxes. I'm talking traffic, right? Doesn't matter where you are in traffic. If you're on the North Shore, South Shore, East Shore, whatever, it doesn't matter where you are. You're going to hit traffic. Now, being on the North Shore, really what you have to understand, you heard us talk about different routes that we have as far as 95, 495, 90, 93, Route 9. So those are all different major roads that we have in the city. And what's great about the North Shore is that very close to routes 495, Route 95, Route 93, going up and down, and then the Mass Pike, right, which is Route 90. Now, you're still going to hit traffic as you're going up further north because remember, we kind of have that gateway into New Hampshire and all the other states in New England, so there's a lot of travel that happens all the time. So you're still going to hit traffic even though you're on the other side of the city, right? You got to plan accordingly of what those traffic patterns are. We got really weird patterns too, right? We have the Zakim Bridge and we have the O'Neill Tunnel. Now, you definitely want to be aware of what those situations look like, and that can be completely off the mark, right? There's sometimes no rhyme or reason, but stay away from those two roads. Figure out how to get away from those roads. You'll save a ton of time on your commute, right? We have so many different ways getting in and out. Of course, we're all, old horse trails, and the city can be, the whole state can be confusing to maneuver. But it's really the... you just remember, just like any major city, we have traffic, right? And we're fully insured. So yeah, we can play bumper cars. It doesn't matter because maybe you pay a $500 deductible. I'm just kidding. That's why I always say, I'm like, we have insurance. You can hit us, whatever. I don't want someone to hit my truck, right? And I don't want to hit someone in my truck because it's going to do damage. Okay, anyway. All right, so we talk traffic. We're talking accessibility a little bit. Yes, you're north of the city. We have little sub-cities. You're not going to have the major congestion of the downtown Boston. But there's really a lot of accessibility. Like Arlington, you have the train stops, right? There's a lot of different, either you have commuter rails, you have the bus line. It's really simple to go everywhere. And so, what's great is that you have some of those areas that are a little bit spread out with a little more land, as well as some of those tighter cities. So I think anywhere, of course, because we live here, anywhere in Massachusetts is great. It's just a different set of roads and patterns and accessibility when you're on the north versus the south or just in the city itself. But really easy to get up north, go down south, even just going on to like South Boston, right, which is just on the other side of this kind of... Look at a map. I'm gonna confuse everyone. It's kind of like east of the city, but anyway. All right, now let's talk food, right? We always love talking food. As far as the restaurant scene, like of course Boston is just unbelievable, phenomenal. You have everything. You don't always have to go to the city to get great food. There's lots of little we were laughing because we were talking about Bob's Italian Foods over in Medford. What a great little place that is. There's lots of little specialty delis. There's some really nice restaurants. There's some like local pub chains, if you will. A place called the Dockside I used to go to all the time. That's, you know, and I'm tight to the city right now, but there's a lot of great Italian places. You know, we have the North End when we're talking Boston itself, but we have some nice Italian places up in like the Andover area. There's like Teresa's Italian Eatery is a great place. They have this really nice chicken dish. But anyway, so and then we were talking about some restaurants, right? And so Tyler was helping me out with some of the facts with this video, and he threw in the Dumpling House in Newton, and I was like, Tyler, Newton's not really there. He's like, well, kind of. So you guys know I always slide fried clams into the video. I think he's going to try to slide the Dumpling House in Newton into the videos. He loves that place. I went there with him and just saw what he ordered. Oh, my goodness. So if you're into dumplings and you're kind of north of the city, Dumpling House, go check it out. It's in Newton. But the great thing about the North Shore or the north side of Boston is you have a lot of people that are coming out of the city to go to those restaurants. So great area as far as food is concerned. So yeah, we love to eat. Now, let's talk about lifestyle a little bit, right? Let's talk about you're out of the city, the big city, but you have little cities, and what does your peace and quiet look like, right? Okay, Boston, yeah, it's traffic. You got lots of beep, 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 right? And people yelling out their window, right? I was going to say some bad words, but this is a PG show. My daughter would say, I can't believe you said that. I'm not going to say it, right? Tal will cut it out if it's bad. But there, you know, you got the foot traffic, you got the traffic, you got people yelling, you know, we're obnoxious here. Like all of a sudden someone starts yelling something about New York sports and everyone's yelling Yankees, Yankees. And again, PG show, and that's not a bad word, but you know, that we're kind of weird when it comes to noise and getting people together and making, you know, chaos, right? We're not all like that. Maybe I'm thinking of the Red Sox and the Bruins and some sporting events. So we're not that crazy, I promise. Come to Massachusetts. We're crazy about our sports, but I'd love to say that's the only thing, but that's not true. Tyler's shaking his head. He's like, yeah, we're okay. Anyway, so I digress. So we're over here. But there is, there's a lot of noise, right? So as you get up into some of these other communities, going up to the suburbs, there's beautiful suburbs, north of Boston, right? Like I said, you have some of those city areas, even some of the cities like a Medford or a Malden, Revere, still some nice areas of, a little bit quiet. So they're very diverse as far as, suburban communities with some of that urban feel. It's definitely not going to feel like country in any of these. Maybe some of the towns like further up, like a Newbury or like a Rowley, like that's kind of spread out, but that's like a northern shore. But we're not going to get into how I think of what the categories are of how north versus northern, south. Yeah, I'll spin you guys in circles. I think your head's already spinning because I'm talking fast. I'm excited. I'm fired up. So, but yeah, the North Shore has really great suburban charm. It's very different from the South Shore, right? Like I'll tip my hat off to the North Shore. So don't say anything to the South Shore people. They'll kick me out. All right. I kind of left, but I still have my roots there, right? All right. So never forget your home city of Quincy, Massachusetts, right? We did a fun video there. Really fun fact is that I wear crazy socks, and yes, I match the yellow with the yellow. So anyway, sorry, I'm in one of those moods today. If you saw videos from last week, it just continues. Something's in the air. I don't know, maybe full moon. I was going to make some little joke there, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't make it. I'm just going to say, I was going to say, maybe my wife's pregnant, but no, she's not, right? We have 2 kids, it's great. Okay, all right, so the versatility of the North Shore, this kind of sums the whole thing up, right? Like, it's easy to travel up to New Hampshire. It's easy to travel up to other states as far as northern New England is concerned. Even if you want to travel out west, you want to get down to the South Shore of Massachusetts or even the South Coast of Massachusetts. We don't really get we don't talk about the South Coast that much. So I'm sure there's going to be some video or some requests coming in because our Western friends were like, you don't talk about us that much. And hi, South Coast. We love you too. We don't talk about you that much. You're way down there, right? You're not like Florida down there, but you're down there. So it's really, there's so many different things to love about the North Shore. So definitely check it out, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, so that was just an overview as far as the North Shore of Massachusetts, right? Again, when it comes to these communities or anything that you have questions about, definitely reach out to us. You have questions, we have answers. We love to talk about everything. So when it comes to any questions you have, absolutely reach out to us whatever way you feel comfortable. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. And just remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.